Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out we headed through the... we started to head through the final dungeon of Chapter 7, where we've just got to... where we're chasing after this... breed that is going to cause major issues if we don't deal with that shit right now. So last time we went through pretty much the first half of the dungeon. Got through the first half of the dungeon, which is kind of split. Basically, it's kind of like we've got two teams that are kind of going through different halves of the dungeon at the same time, and so we went through like the first part with each team last part. And so in this part, we're finishing off and going through the rest of the dungeon. Once again, the second areas are not that much harder than the first areas, really. Again, they're both the areas that both parties have to go through are like pretty linear, and so. They're not exactly all that difficult to get through. Oh, these things. I hate these things. These things are a pain in the arse. They have a lot of health, and if they hit you, they set you on cause burning, and yeah, that causes a decent amount of damage for a decent period of time. So, yeah. Oh, it's gone off. I'm fine. What am I doing? Am I going to heal myself? There we go. I'm alright now. So, yeah. Those things are probably the most dangerous enemies in this area. In this dungeon, to be fair. Apart from the boss, obviously. But in terms of the enemies you go up against, yeah, those guys with the fire are probably the most difficult ones to kind of deal with. Shoot it. There you go. So let's head through this way first. See if we can find some more shit. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna... fuck. Die. Don't like you. Alright, kill it. There you go. All dealt with. Yeah, I think the gimmick for this one, for this dungeon, for this half of the dungeon, for Group A, is that basically the areas are open, and basically when you hit the door opening thing, oh shit, there's two. Jesus. So yeah, when this. Surely I just used... whatever. Anyway, so yeah, the things that open the doors also close another door. So you want to try and collect everything that you can get to start off with. Oh my god, I'm really doing badly here. Getting fucking wrecked. I think Mr. Goro might die. There we go. Got through in the end. The first difficulty I've really had. There we go. Let's head forward. Yeah, I have to swap back. I want to swap back to Mr. Goro. I need to get my health back up. Yeah, let's go this way first. There we go. Kill it. There you go. Kill it. And die. Thank you. Alright. Let's open up this chest. Oh, we got an elixir. That's nice. I think an elixir recovers health and weapon energy, I want to say. Like your special attack meter. I'm pretty sure. But anyway. Alright. Time to head up on the elevator. Ah, shit. More enemies, it's like a fucking beat 'em up. Alright, time to die. Ow, my face. Time for you to die. There you go. There you go. Oh god. Another one of you pricks. Wow, that I completely fucking whiffed. Yeah, here we go. Special attack. Yeah, Mr. Gora's special attack is fucking brutal and it causes a fuck ton of damage. Causes so much fucking damage. Anyway. So yeah, we need to let's head up this way first. Just to see if there's anything we can grab. Oops. Oh, look, a chest. Nice. Time to die. Thank you. Mayhem 3 obtained. Something I'm probably not going to use, but worth getting, I suppose, just in case. Yeah, so now we need to shoot the control panel to open up the next area. There we go. Nice and easy. I actually kind of screwed up on this one. I ended up using my special powers a bit too much. And in the end, I ended up using my... Yeah, I've used my... This is me using my special attack a bit too much. And as a result, I don't really have a lot of it when it comes to fighting the boss fight. Which is, yeah, kind of fucking stupid of me. But whatever. Let's just move on. Yeah, at this point I'm just like, fuck this. Yeah, screw you, box. I don't need you anymore. I'm moving on in the world. Time to head up. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I didn't even hit anything too much with that. Fuck you. Die. Yeah, Mr. Goro, he hits hard, but he tends to pick up, to take a decent amount of damage as well. A little bit of a glass cannon in that regard. Alright, let's open this up. Right. So that's the second half of Group A's dungeon completed. Now we just need to finish off Group B's dungeon. And here we are. Just one last quarter, I suppose, of the dungeon to go, and then we're done. Actually, weirdly enough, going against what Sora says here, basically, this dungeon is actually pretty comfortable. Like, there isn't any super difficult gimmicks to kind of deal with. And on top of that, apart from the fire enemy, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, apart from that, the other enemies are pretty straightforward. Like, it's not a hard dungeon at all to complete. Yeah, it's not hard at all, so we need to keep moving on. We need to kick some ass. So let's go. Almost done. Yeah, they could have made this dungeon actually really annoying, because the whole point is you're supposed to complete this, or the reason why they need to split up into groups is because they need to complete both parts of the dungeon at the same time. So they could have been really fucking irritating, and done something like you have to complete each dungeon, each section, like section A and B. You need to complete it in around about the same time. Like, so if you took 20 minutes to go through as both sections as Team A, then you need to roughly go through that the same time. With when you go through Team B, it has to be roughly the same time. Thank God they didn't do that. That would be such a ginormous pain in the ass. Yeah, I tend to stick with Sora for the rest of this dungeon pretty much, unless I you know, I'm so low on health that I really have to change. She just attacks so much fucking faster. Her attacks are so much faster than a lot of the other party members. And on top of that, she's actually got a pretty good attack power as well. Like, she's not like, you know, she has like attack speed, but her attacks are pretty wimpy. That's not the case. She actually hits pretty hard. So, yeah. And you see, this one is really fucking short. We're already at the elevator, so yeah, it's a pretty comfortable ride, this dungeon. But I think there is a reason behind that. I think the reason why they do it like this and give you like this one, which is kind of an easy dungeon, kind of split up in half, where you have to go with two separate teams, is because for the true final dungeon, which is at the end of the next chapter, you have to do something very similar, and they make that dungeon a hell of a lot more difficult, where you have to, where I think you have 4 teams and you have to go through a section as each team, and so yeah, it's a real pain. And that's the one where they really up the difficulty. I think that this one is just basically like a get you used to it kind of thing, where it's kind of like, let's get you used to going through this as separate teams, which is a bit different. You know, I don't really mind that, but hey, whatever. Right, so we're done with that. Next area. Yeah, that's the way to go, Tom. Moving on. Punch the fish. The fish is dead. Lunar Soma was that, I think? Again, that's something which I don't really use all that much. And here we go. We're at the end. Oh my god, and we got a giant one of these bastards. Do I use mine? There we go. I was just like, fuck you. Yeah, I'll just use one and kill him off. Boom, there we go. Nice and easy. And that's the second half of Group B's dungeon completed. Nice and easy. Final section of the dungeon done. Just the boss fight to go. So yeah, now everybody all meets up together. And at this point, it's something which they do, which is kind of different from the other dungeons now, is that we have 2 members of the... I think there's 2 members, I think Ko and Mr. Goro, who have to be in, and then you can pick another 2 from the rest of the team. So yeah, that's kind of nice. That you give you, like, at this point, the ability to kind of switch your party out and you know, pick exactly who you want at this point. So yeah, just the final boss to go. We're nearly done. Time to kick some ass, baby. Yeah, so here. Yeah, you got Ko and Goro required, and you can pick... oh, you can pick one of the... That's what it was. I think I end up picking Asuka. Yep. So yeah, our party is Ko, Goro, and Asuka. And Asuka. That was me being a dumbass. Just... Yeah, that's why I didn't have a full allocation of special attacks at the start of this boss. Fucking moron. But anyway, time to enter the room. Let's get going. Right, so now we have to fight off against the breed. And here it is, He's a big motherfucker. Breed of Dawn, an S-Class Grim Greed. So yeah, it actually has a pretty cool kind of intro. It's kind of the most kind of, if you like, intimidating, I suppose, of the boss fights that you've had up until this point. Time to fight. So, this boss is... The first time I fought it, it was pretty difficult because it used up a lot of my health. A lot of the health items I got collected at this point. I had to use a fair few of them to get through the fight. On top of that, he has a lot of moves which cause a lot of damage. But the thing which is so he's weak to strength. Oh, by the way, this is something that you shouldn't really pay attention to, the whole he's weak to this, because basically as the fight goes on, he kind of flickers between different weaknesses. So he starts off with strength and then he moves on to some my apologies, and then he changes to another weakness and he changes to another weakness. Yeah, so what you need to do first is that each of his limbs has a individual health bar, and you have to kind of basically get rid of all of his armor and protection first, and then once you've got all the armor and fuck me, sorry. Once you've got all the armor and protection off him, that's when you can start to do damage to his health bar. The most I'm so sorry. Basically the optimal way of causing damage is by hitting the golden light on his chest. That's what causes the most damage. However, you can still cause damage. You still can cause damage by hitting basically any part of his body. You just cause less damage. You also you can use the you also can use the darkness attack. You can inflict darkness upon you, which makes it more difficult for you to see. Once you get him down to about, what's that, about 80% health gone, he then does this thing where he this is where he starts changing colour. So when he's green, he's weak to wind. When he's red, he's weak to fire. When he's yellow, he's weak to steel type attacks. That's for Shadow, I want to say. Yes, for Shadow. And then he has this attack. Basically drags you close to the epicenter of that attack and then kind of explodes. The explosion does cause a fuck ton of damage. It's almost worth it, I think, to... Oh, fuck off. It's almost worth it, I think, to kind of... to avoid using your super special attacks until right for this phase. Because his defense goes way up. And he's a lot more of a... You know, he takes much less damage. He has more powerful attacks, and he can also... what's the word for? He's also more difficult to hit. Like, he causes problems. He's a bit of a pain in the ass. This boss I would deem, now that I'm slightly over leveled, just slightly, it's more of an irritation than a straight up annoying or bad boss fight. It just takes a lot of time. But anyway, we finally defeated him. He's down. He's down for the count. He's out. And that's the end of the breed. But we're going to have to find out what happens next time. So join me next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, when we will see what is going to happen next after we've defeated the breed, which was going to cause such an immense amount of damage. So yeah, see you next time.